Welcome to the epic world of dog training. I am JT Lawson. I am the lead trainer at Make Your Dog Epic. I also own the Oklahoma locations for Make Your Dog Epic, where we turn your canine companions into truly epic dogs. Get ready for your daily doses of wisdom as we tackle your questions and unleash the secrets to mastering dog training. As always, our goal is to gain obedience, but never at the expense of the dog's personality. Can I have a kiss? Oh, thank you. Oh, good job. Can I have a kiss? What? Oh, let's try again. Oh, what? One more? No? Okay. Yes, we are back with the Make Your Dog Epic podcast. I'm JT Lawson. I own the Tulsa Dog training location, the Dog Training Tulsa, some would call it, but this is the Make Your Dog Epic podcast. You can go to makeyourdogepic.com or give us a call. Go to makeyourdogepic.com and read our first lesson for 50 cents. And now I am joined here today with Carter, and he's here with us. Hello, Carter.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello. Hello.
That's good. And today we are talking about OCD and dogs. And you might be saying, is that a thing?
Yes, yes, yes.
And now what Carter's doing is human OCD. But I bring this up because we had our first lesson is 50 cents. And I went to a first lesson, and the person is super convinced that their dog has OCD. And what they said was happening was that when they had a ball, they would take the ball from the toy or from the dog, and they would put the ball away, and the dog would just stare at that spot where they put the ball away for like 10 minutes. And their vet told them that the dog has OCD. What are your thoughts on that, Carter?
Interesting.
Okay. And so what happened was they did that, and their vet convinced them that their dog has OCD, and they ended up getting rid of that dog, and then they got a new dog because they thought their dog had OCD.
I snapped out of my OCD with my 8-week training program. So
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So they just got rid of the dog because of OCD?
Yeah, well, they got rid of it because they thought the dog needed special treatment because it had OCD. But honestly, what it was is it was a lab, and what they had was an extremely high drive dog. Like, all the dog wanted was to play fetch, and so it just wanted that toy, and that toy was that dog's world. That's not dog OCD. Now, however, I would never argue with a vet because I'm not a veterinarian, but I will take a stance in just saying that I personally would love that dog. I want that dog.
Yeah.
That dog has extreme drive and not OCD, and I want that dog because as a trainer,
Go get that dog.
you want a dog that has high drive, and you want that because the dog can work for long hours and never be tired. So that's what, like my dog Riley. You've seen Riley.
I've seen her.
Riley's a lab German Shepherd mix. She will play fetch until she dies. Like, literally, you know the toy that the dog, they bring the ball back, the dog drops it into the bucket, and then it shoots the ball for them. You know
No,
this
but
toy?
I want to know this toy.
So this toy is, it's like a round thing. I'm gonna look it up for you. So, but it's a dog toy that shoots the
Toy
ball
toy.
out for, let's see. Here it is. So, like,
Oh, it's like the basketball machine that you put under a hoop that just keeps passing it to you.
correct, yeah, but for dogs.
Yeah.
So it's like that. But
I could probably get a human to use
if
this.
I did that with my dog, like your dog Tulo would do great with it.
Yeah.
My dog Achilles would do great with it, but Riley would never stop and would die. Like, legitimately, like Riley is too high drive, she would just die because she wouldn't stop. So, like that dog that they said had OCD, and we deal with this a lot in Tulsa Dog Training, or Dog Training Tulsa, some would say. What do you call it, Carter?
I use both. So I say dog training Tulsa, but I also have been known just say Tulsa Dog Training.
That's fair. Ever since I've known you, you typically say Tulsa Dog Training.
I would say it's a 50-50 split between Tulsa Dog Training and also Dog Training Tulsa. But
That's fair.
Who's to say?
Yeah, who's to say? I've heard it both ways. But these toys are great, but not for high drive dogs. So like that dog that they said had OCD, can't have it, won't have it, cannot allow that dog to sit outside with that toy, or it will kill itself.
Know your dog before you get him an automatic toy ball launcher.
This is true. Now it's a really cool thing, but honestly, it's kind of a cop out for controversial opinion, people who don't want to play fetch with their dog. So that's my controversial opinion of the day. Is these toys you can't get them, but honestly, it's just a cop out. There's other cool things you can get. You can get like and we'll talk about toys on the next podcast we do. But you can get like the guns to shoot the balls out. That's fine. That's fun. You can get the now I'm blanking, the Chuck-Its. Those are fun. Do you know what Chuck-It is?
No.
We'll get into the next podcast. But it's cool. It helps you throw the ball farther. You can use frisbees. You can use whatever. But
I can already throw the ball really, really far. So
didn't you almost blow out your arm in college baseball? Now you don't throw anything anymore?
I did, but I can still work through it.
Now you don't throw anything anymore?
I can throw the ball at least 10 feet.
That's good. Which is good for your Chihuahua.
He's a Great Dane mix.
Yeah. Carter's in denial about that. If you have not heard of the podcast, then that joke doesn't make sense to you, but it's fine.
Yeah, and we're not going to explain it.
So these toys are great. If you are thinking your dog has OCD, it probably doesn't. It's not a thing. I'm not arguing with your vet. I'm just telling you my personal opinion.
Sounds like you're arguing with your vet.
And if your dog is one of those dogs that has super high drive, and a lot of people think their dog is energetic, but if it's like you'll throw, like Riley, for example, with my dog, she will be laying on her side, and if she sees like a ball run past her, all of a sudden she like has all of her energy back, and she's like full speed.
Yeah.
And then she sprints back, lays down, drops on her side. But if you throw that ball again, full speed. So if she had a toy like this, she would just
keep putting it in the launcher.
Yeah, and she would die.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yes.
You've seen my Great Dane mix, and what
Chihuahua.
Yeah. So anyway, disregard. Anyways, what's one of the OCD behaviors that you've noticed? Something involving a couch and licking it incessantly.
This is a good question.
He does it.
Your dog nonstop licks the leather couch.
Oh, yeah.
Nonstop.
Nonstop.
But it's not just the leather. He also does it to your bed.
Yeah, but he prefers leather.
That's true. And now,
if he had a choice, it would be like, I want that leather couch. If you put the bed and the couch in front of him, he would go for the couch every time.
And now this again, I would argue, not OCD. I would just say that we just need to teach him off. And it would be as easy as that.
But why is he doing it?
He just enjoys it. And that's the thing with us at Make Your Dog Epic. I'm not a behavioralist. And even a behavioralist can't Dr. Phil your dog and be like, hey, Tulo, why are you licking the couch nonstop for 3 hours now? And because they don't speak English. Now, but how you correct it is important. Because if I say Tulo starts licking the couch, but then we pull Tulo away and then we give Tulo a treat, which is if you go to a positive reinforcement strictly trainer, that's what they'll do. But now you're rewarding for the bad behavior.
He's like, I'm going to go lick a couch so I can get more treats.
Exactly. But also, if Tulo does that and you beat Tulo with a newspaper, now Tulo thinks, hey, every time I get close to this couch, Dad's going to be pissed. And so then it doesn't help. It just makes either Tulo do it when you're not watching, because Tulo will learn, oh, I can lick. As long as Dad's not around, I won't be in trouble.
I can lick that couch.
Yeah. Or now every time Tulo sees a couch, he now starts associating that with the negative thing. So with us, what we'll teach is off, which means move away physically and mentally, but not that you're in trouble. So like for instance, my dog Achilles, he gets itchy seasonally, and we have to get him a shot, and so that he'll stop itching. So I tell him off because he'll just sit there and scratch, and I'll tell him off, and he knows it means stop. But he's not like, oh, Dad's pissed. Frick. He's like, oh, okay, well, frick. Now I can't keep itching.
Yeah.
But he's still gonna they're still dogs. So They're still gonna do it if you're gone for like 10 hours. I can't promise that Tula will never lick the couch again, but I can promise that we can control and manage it.
Yeah.
But if you're interested, our first lesson is 50 cents. We'll come out. We'll work with your dog. We'll figure out what's actually going on. We're gonna talk to you about the different types of training where we fall, and that's at makeyourdogepic.com. Makeyourdogepic.com. Carter, do you have anything there?
Yes.
That's good. Yes, and Carter is not OCD. But we are, you can call us at 918-550-5557, 918-550-5557, because we are dog trainings in Tulsa, or Tulsa Dog Trainers, whichever one you want to call it.
Tulsa Dog Training, Tulsa Dog Training, Tulsa Dog Training.
There it is. Well, as we like to say on the show, we will talk to you in 5 minutes.
Is your dog and furry friend holding you hostage? Will your dog not stop pulling on its leash and eating your sausage? Who wrote that? Well, I don't mean to brag, but I actually wrote it, and wow, it rhymes. People dig it. Like a dog. You get it? Okay, so I'm just going to keep reading. Will your dog not stop jumping on you or pooping in your house like you're on the set of Jumanji or living in a zoo? It only took me 2 weeks to write that line while sitting at the base of a waterfall, while gazing upon my epic dog. The dog that once held me hostage was now my best friend. It's so good. The dog that would never listen was now all ears. It's so good. I just want to cry. Pull yourself together, man. And if you too want to transform your dog from a furry terrorist into your best friend, what you need to do is schedule your first lesson at makeyourdogepic.com, where your first lesson is always just 50 cents. And with the savings, you can use that to pay the rent. Again, your first lesson is always just 50 cents at makeyourdogepic.com. Wow. Stop the endless barking, reduce the aggressive behaviors, prevent dog jumping, stop your dog from chasing the elderly UPS driver as he attempts to deliver a package. Stop your dog from biting Pam, your yoga pants wearing neighbor, as she just attempts to speed walk in peace. Stop your dog from eating your wife's wedding dress and peeing in your closet on top of your Christmas gifts. Stop the madness at makeyourdogepic.com. Experience the revolutionary focus-based positive reinforcement training and methodology. Our goal is dog obedience, but never at the expense of dog personality. It's the same dog, but now it's all ears. Wow. Man, Carl, you are a talented vocal artist. Well, I can sense I can feel the passion. It's contagious. Well, my friend, I am passionate about the product. I once went 60 days without sleeping. Really? My wife's wedding dress got eaten, and my neighbor Pam was bitten by my dog, and oh man, my quality of life was at an all-time low. I actually didn't invite people over to my home for months because of the new dog, and I always smelled like urine. You do still smell a little bit like dog urine. Before I made my dog epic, I was hostage, and that's where the passion comes from. You've got to believe in your product, and you've got to project from the diaphragm. The diaphragm. You've got to bend your knees. Bend the knees. Bend the knees. Drink ginger. Drink the ginger. And you've got to ingest apple cider vinegar. Apple cider, I can do that. With a dog bone, you want to chew on the dog bone before the hard pass. Not going to recording so that you can emulate the dog, and you should listen to Atomic Dog. I can do that. But you're not a dog. But you want to just chew on the bone. Get the oversized bone, not the regular size bone. Hard pass. Not gonna chew on the bone.
Do you need to have your dog professionally trained? Do you need your dog to stop barking at the neighbors? Do you want your dog to stop going potty in the house? Do you want to have an epic and well-trained dog at an affordable price? What makes the Make Your Dog Epic dog training experience unique? At Make Your Dog Epic, your first dog training lesson is just 50 cents, which is less than $1. Make Your Dog Epic is home to the highest rated, most reviewed dog training company in the area. At Make Your Dog Epic, we will beat any competitor's price for similar services. At Make Your Dog Epic, we offer a money-back guarantee. So if the training doesn't work, we never blame you or the dog. It's always our fault. At Make Your Dog Epic, we offer the fastest turnaround time in the industry. That way you can start enjoying time with your epic dog as soon as possible. At Make Your Dog Epic, when you schedule that first lesson with us, we automatically enter you in for a chance to win a dream vacation to Hawaii. Whoa! Which is a lot like Oklahoma, except the weather's different. There's beaches, palm trees, But if you'd rather go to Oklahoma, we can do that as well. How does the Make Your Dog Epic training experience work? When you fill out that form on makeyourdogepic.com, we are going to call you and schedule that first lesson for just 50 cents, which is less than $1. We are going to meet you for that first lesson. That way we can tell you what it's going to take to get your dog to your goals. Because every dog's different and everyone's goals are different. We'll either do one-on-one lessons where it's half dog training, half human training. I'll let you guess which one's harder. Or we're going to do boarding school, where you send your dog with us and we take care of all the homework for you. No matter what you do, we're going to make sure everything transfers to you. Because it's pretty pointless if we get your dog to listen to us, but no one else in your family. Disclaimer, currently we do not offer a service that will get your in-laws to listen to you. You will receive unlimited ongoing group class for the remainder of your dog's epic life. That's because we want to be there for you and your dog forever. We never want you to have to use another trainer after training with us. Our goal is to teach obedience, but never at the expense of the dog's personality, because if we get your dog to listen, or we have to crush its spirit in the process, what's the point? Our motto is it's the same dog, but now it's all ears. You'll now have a well-behaved dog that you can walk or jog with without it channeling its inner sled dog and pulling you down the street. You will have a dog that won't bark at the neighbors or potty in the house. You will be entered in for a contest to win a dream trip to Hawaii that we will be giving away every January. Pow wow whoa, yippee-yo, yippee-yay. Take that first step and schedule that first 50-cent lesson at makeyourdogepic.com. Makeyourdogepic.com.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Let's go now. Let's go now. Here we go now.